Oh, hang on. um, I just started generator, and I should have closed the window over there by the generator before I started the video because now I got a little generator noise. Hang on, one person watching. It's probably Whoopi. Right. Yeah, that should be a little quieter. Now the sound has to go over by Togo and come in his window instead of the kitchen window. I went and did a little search, more of a kind of recon, take a look at, see if I can get where I thought I could get. And he went and rode the bike. Or one of the things he talks about is, when he cut out a class, he'd hop out the window and cut glass. And he said he'd go down to the cemetery. But obviously, he'd been going down to the bridge. That was another place that him and his buddies would go hang out at the bridge or in the cemetery. He wasn't always in the cemetery. Dad, I'm sitting on some guy's tombstone in the cemetery, Dad. Yeah, he's probably, all kids were up to no good. Because all it takes is one bad kid. Yes, the thumbnail on this is it's a mammoth, and it's got people on it, or faces and things on it. It took that today. But anyhow, I got this road. He got out of the car, and his brother, he heading down the road, walking down the road a ways. Well, the roads from 1940, a lot of those roads aren't open anymore. They're just, they're abandoned. The new highway takes a little shorter route or something, and so but they're going through the mountains. There's a lot of old roads, and it was what I did. I walked down this old road, and I got to a part where the bridge was gone, and I guess I could have got my tennis shoes wet. Would have been a big deal, but and could have gone farther, but I was getting tired. I don't have energy anymore, man. I was wiped out. So still only one person. Is somebody else streaming on Friday night? I don't know. I didn't see anybody. I was on YouTube, and I wasn't seeing anything coming up. There gotta be somebody else on. It must be maybe Sean, huh? I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know who's watching, but why don't I do the, if Sean's on or something, then I'll cut, and I'll come back when I can get more than one watching. I was going to talk about the mirrors and so I only got one person watching. So here, this is what you're going to learn about the mirrors. And he's talked about using mirrors. Not Eric Sloan, but you see my mess through the mirror. Oh no. But yep. You know what that was? Edit. Undo. Okay. So, if you're doing mirrors, right? The mirror image or the negative of brown is blue. Okay? The negative of brown is blue. So the mirror of brown could be blue. It could be something blue. Yeah, hey. Nobody else thought of that. Nobody else has thought of that. Let me see. I'm still trying to get to where I can find out. No, he's not on. New. Maybe he just finished. I don't know. Why is it I don't ever get notifications about that? I'm subscribed, but he doesn't show up in my notifications. Yeah. So, I don't know, everybody all fenned out. So maybe I'll make this one private for a while. So since I got an audience of one, only one person's going to learn what I'm saying. You know, the stuff about the Brown. And my homie Brown, Brown was a billionaire. He was a billionaire with 3,500 acres of national forest, and anybody only deserved 2.086 acres of it. So, you know, that's one. That's the hint of that guy at the home of Brown. The other hint there is he's by the Rainbow Hot Springs. Yeah, the beginning of the rainbow. The other end of the rainbow, it's got a different name, but I just thought about the term brown negative. The negative color of brown is blue. You know, but nobody thought of that before, have they? Yeah, but it must be Forrest watching because nobody's saying anything. And Jack wants in. Really, that's what I was going to talk about, but only one person. Is YouTube like not telling people, or you know, what's the deal? You know, I'm not talking politics. I'm talking treasure hunt, and maybe there's some butt hurts at YouTube that don't put my notice out. Let's go let Jack in. Yeah, unplug the power from the phone. Take it off the mirror. Come on in, Jack. He went swimming in the creek today, in the waterfall, and he's like swimming in this creek. He must have enjoyed it, but I was getting eaten alive by mosquitoes up there, you know. So, yeah, there's everybody must. Well, Whoopi's probably out playing music somewhere, and my kid, he's got a mother-in-law at the house. Yep. And at least he knows a little Japanese, so he can talk to her a little bit. But I'm supposed to go over there, I guess, and see him on Wednesday. But where I went today, I had to. There's this pullout, and when I stop at this pullout, you know, for the last year and a half, I see there's a road. There's an old road with stones stuck in, you know, the embank, you know, so that they can build the road up on the side of the hill, going around the bends and stuff, that you can see the stonework and stuff. And it's not even, it's a old dirt road up there. And the bridge was gone where it crosses the creek. Jack was swimming in the creek. And I got two people watching. Everybody's out drinking and stuff, right? I don't drink that often. That guy, the guy that was camped over, he bought the lot across the street from my lot, and he showed up, put up a tent, and was camped on his land. And so yeah, you know, he hung out for a couple weeks, and I showed him some of the ruins and stuff and art. and he left this bottle of Jim Apple. And remember, I showed you it before. It hasn't changed much from if I need some breath freshener, you know, like ooh. It just enough to water my mouth. It wasn't enough to swallow. Hey, Rob. Okay, so since some other people joined in here, as I expose a secret about the mirrors and stuff, you know, about Rockwell and the mirrors. Now this would be old news for the guy that was here for the first 8 minutes alone or whatever. I was. Let's see. Oh, where did that go again? There. So in mirrors and stuff, he started out the home of Brown, and he was a really rich guy, right? He was a billionaire. So if you're, you know, the beginning and the end are opposites and mirrored. What's at the end is a mirror of what's at the beginning. So if you start out by the home of Brown, when you get to the other end of the rainbow, you're gonna, you know, you start out at a billionaire's house, get to the other end of the rainbow, you're gonna be singing the blues, you know, because now, you know, a mirror shows a mirror image, a flipped over image, you know, left and right changes and all that stuff. But what's the opposite of brown to my 7 new viewers or 6? What's the opposite of brown? You know what the opposite of brown is? It has an opposite. Oh, stop it, Jack. Just wait a minute. I'll get you some water. Hang on. This is there's brown. Well, it doesn't look brown. It looks brown on my computer. It looks more orange on my phone. But we do the negative of brown. Boop. Blue. Oh, jeez. Hang on, Jack. I'm coming. Water is coming, Jack. He's demanding some water right now. Aren't you, Jack? Oh, buddy. I need a... Let's just do it with the 5-gallon. Oh, yeah, and I got something in the mail today. Thanks, Eugene Tellis. Nope, that's a 2-hander. Hang on, Jack. We're going to do it this way. Boop. Get him some water. You can hear the water coming out of the water filter. I was just going to pour it out of the bottle. Usually I pour it from the bottle through the water filter before I drink it. There you go, Jack. I need food too, huh? I need a zookeeper. A zookeeper come by and tend to my animals. Where the hell my mirror go? Oh, there it is. See, I got the magnet on this mirror, and I use that for my tripod that holds my phone on my table here. So blue is the opposite of brown, you know. And there's a video with Ben Stell, who's on a Bob Ross art painting video. And Bob Ross just introduces Ben Stell, and Ben Stell takes over and he paints this picture of this woman, you know. but he's on page 101, the story with Ben Stahl in it, in Once Upon a While. Ben Stahl's on here on 101. Let's see, there's Ben Stahl right there. And he did this one. This is a painting represents the art on the canyon wall next to the waterfall. It's right next to the waterfall. And you know, I had the picture, and I thought it was another, because I go out and I take the pictures, and it's hard to see the stuff when you're there, but you get the pictures and get them home, and you adjust the shadow, you turn up the shadows some, and the contrast, and the stuff comes out, and so this painting here is actually a clue. It's one of the blazes. This is one of the blazes that I found, but I've found hundreds of them. There's a 40. Oh, so you found it, except there's 40 of them, right? That's what Forrest told me. There's 40 of them, right? I've got more than 40 of them, Forrest. There's so many that it's just bewildering. I'd say that because there's so many blazes, but there is only, when he says there's only one blaze, he's talking about the blaze. Which one of these thousands of things that are on the rocks, which one of them is the one that signifies right here? You know, and because I'm finding multiple images of several things. Just for one, that the Rockwell boy, I call him, for his father's, this one, the Rockwell boy. Oh, you see my highlight colors. And you see with the highlight colors, what I got highlighted on this page, find a, is it the A on there? Yeah. Find, the word find a substitute. A substitute for Yellowstone, that means. A substitute for Montana. Okay? When he was a kid, he was up there all the time. Up to Yellowstone and Montana. But when he moved to New Mexico and had his gallery, he couldn't drive up to Montana to go up there or fly up there all the time. It's too far, even to fly, you know. It takes a lot of planes. It probably cuts several hours, but you know, you still got to fly all this. But someplace that's a 3-hour drive, he could do that. And you know what? They took the wall down between New Mexico and Colorado. There's no border wall. Toby's free to come up into Colorado, you know? There's no wall there. It ends the chase at the border of Colorado. There's just no wall. But I found several. See all these marks? Each one of these is where he says find in the book. Find a substitute. Next find. If I could find a good-looking rock. Yeah. There's some really sexy rocks out there. Osiris, he didn't, no, they got pictures of Osiris when he still had his palace. If I could find where she's buried. That's another find. I needed to get 5 birds. What you need to find and what you need to get. So what you need to find and what you need to get, that's important stuff. Then we go back into Gypsy Magic. No, In Love with Yellowstone. Again, I could find the best agate rocks for making marbles. The other find a good looking rock was when he was in the Spanish toy factory. So there he's mentioning rocks again. Rocks. Skippy holding a rock, you know. And what's this one say? Oh, this note is about his fireball when his plane hit the cliff halfway up a 1,000-foot karst. His airplane hit. I guess he didn't land on his burning airplane because he said the fireball was huge and I knew that would attract unwanted attention. It was a big blaze halfway up the karst. Okay? The blaze is halfway up the karst. Moses is the blaze. Success is an omnipotent guru, he who finds Moses. Because Leo Salazar is the only person he called an omnipotent guru. And then back here, the word look. You know, if I could look back with the vision of 79 years to lean against. If he could look back and lean against his memories that are on the it's in the rock, and here he is leaning on that rock, you know, on his remembering his 79 years. And maybe Forrest might, you know, I don't want to ask him questions like that, but I don't believe when he wrote this and put this out, I don't believe he expected to make it to 89 or 90 or 91 or 92 or what. And I think he's in a way admitted that he didn't think it would take this long. Because this is his last act. Shakespeare, you play your part, you play your entrances and your exits. He made his entrance with us with the treasure hunt in this final chapter in his life, you know, and because he can't go out there and run around the mountains anymore because, you know, it's too hard to do. You run out of breath. So, like, I'm running out of breath. I went to the doctor today, and you know, and yeah, they can't get you. You know, one doctor tells you one thing, another doctor tells you another thing, and you say, "Hey, that doctor told me this and this," and the doctor say, "What who told you that?" And I said, "That doctor did." Are you sure they told you that? Jesus. And I'm like, why don't you talk to her about it? You know, you're both my doctors. Why do I have to get in the middle of it? And you know, I said, she said, yeah. Yeah, Jack swam around the creek. And I was mosquito food. At least anywhere there's water. I mean, I went to the Amelia Earhart landing site over by Alamosa, and there was water there and mosquitoes all over the place. You know, so I'm getting out of here. But one interesting thing, right by where the bridge is that crosses over, there was this huge, like 200 foot, 250 foot, 300 foot across, like flat rock area. There had to be an ancient lodge or something. It had to be an ancient lodge building there, because Plato says that Atlantis, that there were ample trees with big enough trees that they could build lodge houses and support the roofs of the biggest lodges and stuff, And one thing, people, oh, Atlantis was an island. No, I just listened to the Plato's Critias or whatever, and he said that the plains were 10,000. What are they called? I can't remember. But yeah, this length that was 10,000, whatever, stadia or something. 10,000 strata. Yeah, 10,000 strata across the plains, right? And so I love how far is a strata and stuff, and I took that strata and I calculated the strata into miles, and it comes out about 1,200 miles. So for Atlantis to be an island, it had to be an island at least 1,200 miles across. That's a continent. What he's talking about is the Great Plains here are 1,200 miles across. I found evidence that these people would travel up the Rio Grande River to the mountains here, get out of their canoes, load everything on a mammoth, and ride the mammoth over to the other side of the mountain and get in the other river on the other side and keep on going toward Baja California. And stories in the Emerald Tablets of Thoth that I found the scene that's in the writing in the tablet describes the scene I found where Thoth is basically he's a Moses-like figure. The Thoth and the Moses he had carved actually turns out he's actually Thoth standing on a mammoth at the treble gates, at the meeting place of the gods of the east and the gods of the west. That's the continental divide. And the gateway to the Great Plains, or to the plains beyond, and that's the Great Plains. The Atlantean. There's a show I watched it on YouTube. I can't find it because I want to link it, show people this is the show I watched, that and stuff. And even Plato says there was plenty of food for all the elephants, and they had elephants in Atlantis that they didn't have now. So that's why I got the mammoth mat. Because I found these are mammoth worshiping people. A lot of people try to figure out, what is that shit? I don't know what it's something. I don't know what. It's an elephant. And the one thing I haven't seen any of them show any mammoths with tusks longer than, just short tusks. But, where is that? There it is. I'll show you this. And Forrest says, where they say don't touch it and stuff. Don't touch it. Thank Eugene Tellis again in the video. I got to send him an email. Probably should send him a card. But this is the Mammoth Tooth that Forrest Fenn pulled out of the ground. You see, these are knife edge shells or whatever. I have one I got from China that they take these and they slice them open with a saw, and then they epoxy them because they crumble, and so they encase them in epoxy so they don't crumble. But this is the biting, either this side, or I think this was what his biting edge was what they chew their grass. But that's Forrest Fenn's Mammoth Tooth, and it's part of a mammoth tooth. I don't know if they grow a bunch of these or if they just have the big mole. I've seen the big molars that have roots on them, and the thing looks like they're a handful. But this is Eugene won it in Jamie's raffle, and because I'm the mammoth hugger, I'm the mammoth searcher. The elephant in the room. Yeah, he gave it to me. Thank you very much, Eugene. I went on Facebook. I have him blocked? No, he's not blocked. What happened to him? Yeah, we didn't agree a lot, but he's all right. It's down here. I was okay. Admit it. I posted on Facebook that Jack had a great day, pictures of him in the creek and stuff. I was coming back and there was a guy doing 55 in the 65, and I went around him and got a little over 60. I got into, like 76, 77 and got caught. This time I got caught. That's what my speedometer said. When I get caught, when I actually do, you get caught, but okay. But I told the cop, I said, I should have a get out of jail free because what this other cop did to me and gave me a ticket for running a red light that I didn't run. No, you still get a ticket, but he was a cool cop. But I was telling him he said, where are you coming from? I was up in the hills taking pictures with my Nikon and getting pictures of all these evidence of ancient ruins of Atlantis around here. And there's sculpted rocks and figures all over the place. He said, yeah, there's some weird looking stuff around here. And I told him, well, look at the back of my car. See this elephant parade? Oh, yeah, I see that. So the cop is my, witness. Yep, those look like elephants. and he goes, that mountain over there? I said, oh, yeah, that's a pyramid. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, that, yeah. So, but, yeah, I don't get off on it's like, come on, man. If I was doing 3 miles an hour less, I wouldn't have gotten stopped. They'll only stop you if you're doing over 10 or more. And I just slid over that. These are real thin, you see, and it's like layers. So it's really crumbly. There's there's little pieces there. Tiny pieces in there. But I'm gonna take this. I don't know. I want to get one of them one of them little, plexiglass cube things, and put it some type of stand. I'll just put a square thing and plug that in on the bottom and put it in a little cube thing with I'll print a card to put in it and have Forrest sign it or something. But 1 week, February. I plan on going. I got to piggyback on someone else's campsite. If it's $5 a car for day use, what if you left your car there overnight? Then you don't have to pay for the car at the campsite, right? The extra car, leave your car at just pay for the 3 days. Yeah. Shuttle in there with somebody else, then probably get left behind and have to walk all the way back down there. What questions we got? China is doing intensive DNA studies on mammoth. Elephants and ants. Yeah. He said most searchers are stomping on the ants while the elephants run by. He didn't say those searchers were ants. They were stomping. They're worried about the little things. They're worried about the little things while the big things are getting away. And on the the elephant, there was a comment he made somewhere. It's on Terry Scant about the elephants. He was talking to a general or somebody that was over him, colonel, I don't know, but I guess he said, I felt like a crippled ant in an elephant parade, and that was the only elephant comment he had, until this little poodle named Willie came up. I never saw that little Willie dog before Willie Mammoth was around. He only showed up after my elephant thing, So people don't like confidence either. This treasure hunt, I'm about to fade off and just focus on the art and the archaeology, and leaving the treasure hunters behind. So I'm trying to establish my art and stuff. So rude people like Jimmy Fass and all, I don't want anybody like that around if I'm trying to sell my art and things. It's just not. I don't need to deal with those people. They're jealous about the treasure hunt, and so they have to insult you and stuff like that. And like, where was it? Someone was saying, "Oh, I think Cal, yeah, K-Pro and Cal were talking about. Oh yeah, people start. Hey, no, you start stuff by ignoring people, by classify, making statements and insinuating things about people that people know who you're talking about, and like I told her back, I said, I only throw poop that somebody else threw at me first. I throw it back. I'm not taking it. But the opposite, if somebody's left and other people didn't see earlier, if you do the negative color of brown, negative brown is blue. So it's a mirror. The mirror of brown is blue. And there's a Ben Stahl video. Bob Ross, Ben Stahl, and he really early in it, and it's one with the girl's face. It's a painting of looks like some Dutch girl or something, I don't know, and with flowers and stuff. But early in the video, he starts talking about the temperature of the color. This is warm, brown, and umbers are warm, and then then you go into this it went like yellow, and that was cold, but he mixed it with a little sienna, and then it's warm. Rockwell is a hint at rock walls, and there are Rockwell images that they're not Rockwell. Rockwell copied Fred Flintstone. That's all there is to it. Rockwell was a copycat. That's why Forrest talks about copycats and stuff. And Rockwell was a copycat. He copied Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble and stuff like that. Somebody, a caveman, drew it long before Rockwell. You ever heard the saying, all of the future is already written? That everything repeats itself? People fled Atlantis and went over to Europe and Africa because of comet fried everything here, killed all the mammoths and stuff, and they had to flee on Noah's Ark. As I was telling somebody, the county says they can't have a house here, but maybe I just build a boat. Flying saucer. I might need an Air Force pilot for that. Oh, I got sand in my eye. Yeah. Yeah, it was a nice, so I probably hiked 2.5 miles. Well, it was probably or no, it was about 3 miles probably, because it was probably 1.5 miles. But it was like just a little climb up to get maybe less than 100 feet higher from the road to up to this old road. And then I walked down the old road, and there were parts of it that were washed out. It was a telephone line. You ever heard Telegraph Road, the telephone poles were going down this road. But it's the same road that I'd done the little cartoon thing with the old signs. Oh, my mouse needs a new battery. But it's the same road that this little Forrest Fenn cartoon thing I did was. Oh, that's where it is. Yeah. No, it's not there. It's here. And there. Yeah, I'm trying to look around my phone to see my computer and find that little. A long time ago. It's an old car going down the road. So anyhow, I walked down this same road today. I better plug in the power. So I walked down. Let's see. And this is actually at No Place for the Meek. So, who knows, that piece of the car I have might be one of these. See, these are the same kind of car Skippy had. They were riding in with Skippy. These are the same kind of car, the bucket car, it's I call it, Yep. Okay, go back to my shot. How farm from the do you think Forrest was capable of traveling? Well, I first seen him in 2015, and at that point, he could climb a little hill, a little, a small, not a mountain. He could go up 100-foot hill, 100 or 200 feet higher than the road, maybe. If it was a gradual, like I walked down this road I walked down, once I climbed up that little 100-foot hill to get to the road, it was just walking down the road. It wasn't any incline at all. Home says all 200 feet in. Any farther is too far. Yeah, I think it's close to the, but just like a couple weeks ago, in my search area, a woman fell in, and her body was in there over a week. So there would be search people all had been in the area. Looking for a body in the river, but my search isn't in the river; it's in the hills around. It's not near my search isn't. I'm not searching near the river, I'm not. She was too near to the river and fell in. I'm not searching where I can fall in the river, so I'm not near. That's it. You know, stay out of that water. and, and yeah, remember a lot of time if he's talking to the press, you know, it's below 15,000 feet or whatever. You know, yeah, you know that was all the clue he was going to give him because all the clues are in the book. I gotta keep reading over and over again stuff. And see, miss anybody Rockwell painting he is less than $50. Yeah. That's why I said you start out at the home of Brown, who's a billionaire, and you end up singing the blues. Because blue is the opposite of brown. Blue is the negative of brown. Yep, I'm wearing a Forrest Fenn shirt. And, and I hope you only saw the shirt and not my blue boxers. Everything's covered up. What's it matter? And someone brought up a point where there's a warm water halt. That's the only good point on his video was about the warm water halt that shoots up in the air and halts about 100 and something feet up there, 200 feet up. Yep. Where the blaze is. What's the opposite of water? Air. So, where does the air halt? At the ground. If you're a pilot, if you jump out of an airplane with a parachute, where does the sky halt? At the bottom. When you hit the bottom, his adrenaline would be high, hiding treasure. He would cover some distance. I don't think he went too far, but I don't think he imagine he goes down. He parks his car up on the road and then goes down to the river, right? Well, if there's a lot of cars, you know, if it's a place where, you know, regular traffic, people going by 40, 50 miles an hour, you don't want to put the treasure where somebody's going to off the road with their car and crash and have wrecking crews in there pulling the car out and finding the treasure, you know what I mean? You don't want to have it where somebody's going to crash into it, stumble upon it. That's one way to stumble upon it. I don't think it's anywhere where a car could run off the road and hit it. So it's not that close to a road. Benchmarks. Look on your map. Look for picnic benchmarks, picnic benches, rest areas, pull-outs. I just went up. First time I went up this one road and went up to the dam, this dam for a river and stuff. Now there's a dam. It's named after a beaver, but not built by a beaver. That's a something. And a beaver is a brown. So are marmots are brown. And so are the bears. Some bear. California black bears are brown. I think they're blacker here, a brown nose. They have brown noses, you know, like some. I go. I'm not allowed to chat on AGK, but I go in there and look at it, and I see the chat. Everybody, it's not hard to tell where the brown noses are. Yep, still got my monkey on my back. It's a good monkey. Ah, just got home from rocking. That's what I told him. I told him Whoopi's probably out playing some music somewhere. That's pretty cool. There's I called it the Terminator Band and posted it on No Place for the Meek. It's a bunch of robots playing all the instrument, and the drummer had 4 arms, and I think he even his symbol or stuff on his head that would shoot for you know, it was cool. Yeah, yeah, that was cool. Hard one. Eight big what? 8 big questions to think of. Did I show anybody my little cartoon I made? Somebody posted a picture of Mesa Verde, I believe it is, and yeah, if I can find that. Yeah. Well, I know where I put it. No, I didn't put it there. I hate when you click the wrong button. I do that a lot. You go, you're ready to click, and you go to click, and just like it just did right there, the page jumps. There. Made a real fun one of Mesa Verde. Oh, dang it. There it is. Oop. Gotta get over here. Switch to. That's Mesa Verde. You see the pueblos in here? But, and there were even, you know, the rocks were, there's the lips down here and stuff. But, you know, it's just, yeah. That's right, yeah. I wanted 2 different color eyes. So. And my aunt has eyes like that. One blue and one green or hazel, you know. Yeah, that's cool, man. I messengered it to Mesa Verde National Park. No reply. Of course, no reply. Oh, we can't admit to that kind of thing. There's no wonder that people pay just to take a glimpse of the picture of art. I watch these art shows. Well, they're art show. They're exhibits in New York and stuff, and guy walks around with a video camera and just goes. He doesn't talk or nothing. He goes just films everything he sees, zooms in, shows close. I got a spot on my reading glasses. I look fuzzy. So, Brian Hickman, why do people pay 2.5? 2.5 what? Earthquake? 2.5 what? I don't know what we're 2.5 in. 1 or 2. Door 1 or 2. 2.5. Oh, okay. Yeah, door 1 or 2. 2.5. Ah, yeah. I don't think it was a door 2.5. You just jammed it on both doors. Whew. Yeah. Bummer. Gotta spend money on stuff. I guess I better start selling my art so I pay all these, pay the state a bunch of pickpockets. I'm trying to get my art going, but my Social Security, I need to get together 40, 50 things all printed up on metal or canvas or, what. You can't sell posters for much, so it's got to be framed or something so that you could sell it for a good price, And, with them docking me $170 on my ride home, there went, I can't, you hardly get started making an inventory. But, yeah, I got to get a bunch of my art. Well, I got those 2 slideshows, and I just got to write up a business plan and the bank or what, and get a loan to get the money. Because if I get it in one of them art exhibits, like in New York, in one of these, they have a one that's affordable art fair. So there's nothing over $2,000 or something, and there's stuff for $50 in there and stuff. So any of those are something. If I get my stuff there and get one, pay to be in one show, that would set me up for many more shows. Because they they say that the artists average $20,000 to $200,000 from having their stuff in there. I don't know what this big guy. I don't know. They got some stuff that's really high. Anyway, but know what? My art's great. I think it'd look really good printed on metal. The only thing is you can't roll it up and take it on the airplane. You'd have to have special crates, probably with slots that are lined with felt. To put your metal things in to take them to the art fair, But then you could just hang them on magnets on the wall, Yeah. See, that's wise there. You got the metals just stuck on the magnets. What am I doing? I don't know. Anybody want to know? Well. And I don't know if Whoopi's seen it. Got show it again. Pull it out of the bag. This is the Mammoth Tooth from Forrest Fenn. He pulled it out of the ground. Where did he pull it out of the ground? Thing's right in the middle of the book. Right in the middle of the book. The mammoth. Where's it? It was just past the middle of the book. Right after that. So this is the tusk, but there was a tooth too, and this is part of the tooth, or I think it's just part of it, because the teeth would have, be the tooth on this one was probably like this big, and that's one of the ones going across. They've been in there, and they chewed grass and weeds, and elephants probably eat cactus too. They eat those trees that are got thorns all over them. But that's Forrest Fenn's Mammoth Tooth. And I'm gonna put it in a little plexiglass display case. little square cube thing. And put it on one of my shelves. I got 3 little shelves that I can put trinkets on. I guess I could put a couple more shelves in. But the thing is there's the mammoth tooth, right? And then the next chapter is things I covet. And he talks about this thing by Ben Stahl. And is it the one that his wife thinks is hers? He says, I covet, it's still mine. She thinks it's hers. you know. Yeah, she says, honey, I really love that Hollings painting you gave me, but my mother needs a place to live. Yeah. So, okay, so they sold that one to help her mother out. And with the one, I don't know if is that the painting? Yeah, but they're paint palettes, So you're mixing the paints and stuff. But this one here was done by Ben Stahl. And I think Forrest Fenn showed Ben Stahl the picture I've got. I've got a picture of the same rock formation with the boy laying on top and the girl climbing up to kiss him. And so this is a mirror image of that. This one, the girl's laying on top and the boy's climbing up to kiss her. So that's a mirror image of it. Just like if you start out at the billionaire's house, you end up at the poor guy's house. Stuff like that. It's my right hip. My right hip just said, ow! Because I just extended my leg out and the hip. I'm getting old. They gave me the Zetia stuff, and ever since they gave me that stuff, my joints are hurting like hell. I'm going to look up the side effects of that stuff. And if it says joint pain, then I'm stopped taking that stuff. How much, cholesterol, I'm not having, the VA won't even approve me for some of the pulmonary tests and stuff, It's crazy. Hey, Jason, you gonna be there next week? You gonna be down there? I went up. My campground was the road to my other campground was open. My camping area, But I was planning on, and right now, um, I just went to Walmart and I left $10 in my bank. So I got food to eat and stuff, and I might go up here to the Zapata Falls. Here, stay home because I don't get I gotta wait till next Wednesday. So I got a few days, maybe Monday or so. I'll go up to Zapata Falls and maybe I'll bring the 360 camera in there because that's one of them canyons you walk through and there's just a little slice up above you. And there's a waterfall there, and there's supposed to be a portal to another world up there, and or down to the underneath Mount Blanca. It's up on the kind of northwest part of Mount Blanca, between here and the sand dunes. Yeah, my thumb hurting, all my joints. And it's ever since they gave me that medication for uh, the Zetia stuff. Oh, I should be planning on it. Yeah. I was thinking I saw a panning on it. Yeah, I had I pulled some stuff out from underneath because I'm trying to get my RV ready to go camping for the summer, and found my gold pans, and so I got some water. I put some water in the big pan, and I used a small pan to pan for gold in the and I didn't see anything. Too bad gold's not magnetic. You can just take a magnet and you pick it all up. That's real neat. The Mammoth Tooth and hanging here on these magnets. Well, I got an hour and 7, and I talked myself out. I've been working on my art. You got some really cool stuff. Wow, wow. I'll show you a few here in a second. Let me download the 3 newest ones. You gotta process them online. I told them if they had a program for this stuff, I'd buy the program. But you do so many of these a day. So I've been putting them together a long time. Where'd it go? Where's the right directory? There. Is it? Is it? Is it? Come on, program. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it's working all right. Let me see. Let's turn this around again. Yeah. Okay, imagination. Have a good one. I was just getting around to some of this imagination. Oh, let's just do it this way. Boom, slideshow. I'll just hold you guys see my reflection. I turn the lights out. These are all new ones today. Pictures I took today. That one's cool. I love that. Yeah, if I got in an art show in New York City, I'd be one of them people that make the $200,000 into one art show, you know? That was a neat little, I thought, and it just dead end cave. It was just went back about 10 feet and stopped. Where's the top of the screen? There's a whole screen. I didn't like that effect on it, but you still barely see some of it. This one was cool. It's the same rock. The characters are there. See a guy up there? Yeah, that is cool. You see, that's the thing about abstract. It's up to your imagination what's there. It's considered abstract art, and I have an abstract art machine. How did a mosquito get in here? Get off my screen. That's cool. A campfire or something going on down here. Wow. Yeah, Forrest Fenn, he said if he was still in the business, he'd like to handle my art. I like that guy. Is he in a robe? There he is again, there. Oh. I know where he is. I know where to find him. These are blazes. The thrill of the chase is finding that ancient archaeology. If you find the thrill of the chase, you're the winner, right? Yeah. I see here laying there. Oh, that's bizarre as hell. There's a whole group of guys across, you know? There she is again. Down there laying in the corner. There's some guy's tombstone. See the lady in the dress laying down. She's, yeah, well. Mm-hmm. And some people don't allow. They say, "Oh, you know, I can't let my imagination go there. I just can't do that." Well, then thrill of the chase isn't for you. You don't have the imagination to. But that is so cool. See the eyes looking at you and stuff. Man, I hadn't seen it that way before. You see, the elephant was in the middle. There's people under there. There they are. What are they doing? They think they had an elephant there. Mammoth. There's a mammoth. Two people standing in front of it. She's my profile picture now. And this thing here, that's the end of the mammoth trunk. They had like fingers. The mammoth was a little different than an elephant. They had two long little fingers to grab things. See, that's a mammoth, the trunk kind of curling down here. Yeah. And then after I went searching today, I got in the car and started it up. And what song was on my MP3 next? The White Rabbit. Took some kind of mushroom. Go ask Alice. Yeah, I got some pictures of Gray Slick I took with Greg Shakisco and Paul Kantner from 1982. Yeah, see, that was the elephant. See, that's an elephant, the mammoth, and the trunk curls up, and there's somebody sitting here. So the trunk is curling up, and he's holding this guy. And there's people standing on the top of the mammoth here. There's people laying in there. See, it's climbing on the wall. See Santa Claus. That's neat. The face coming out of the rock, kind of see his lips and nose, and it's suggestive. It's subtle. Okay, there's Brown. See, that's people. Those are people, ancient people, left their mark on the canyon walls. Yeah, this one's cool. So look at this profile, man, the nose, and yeah. You feel like you're there's there's some supernatural thing happening to me, man. What's going on? I'm the guru that pulled these people out of the time machine. Yes, unlocking Colorado's past. Back off the whole screen. Some you see better close. See, there's somebody. This is a whole figure standing there in their head. See, there's people up there. This guy, see. Guy with the suit, white suit. Like that skull on the back. This is cool. See them? I'm bringing. I've restored Atlantis basically. Okay, good night, Hickory. See them all going across there. Hello, Atlantis. Yes, Plato said, the plains of Atlantis were 1,200 miles across. And it had lots of elephants and timber. Had a large valley that was surrounded by high mountains covered with crystals. That's here. And when you think of Atlantis, it's not Egypt. It's something much older than Egypt. Look at that spot. That is badass. I mean, I got more art than Salvador Dali already, man. I need an art agent, investor, agent, manager. That's badass. See her. Okay, my arm is getting sore from holding the phone. Okay, so it's dark in here. Oh, yeah, my arm. I was holding the phone there in front of the computer, and elbow's killing me now. But I'm still enjoying the slideshow. It's awesome. I was thinking I'd like to go to a movie theater, and when they're after they're finished, tell the projection, hey, let's play this and see how it looks. Think I could get produce a movie for some Denver theater for their new recreational use. Keep people. But who knows? Some people might not be able to behave on it like that. Oh, my elbow's killing me. And I think I'm going to kill this video. I'm about done. I had lunch, but I didn't. I got to fix something to eat. I stopped and got groceries too. Oh, boy, my elbow hurts. Okay. Have a good one. We'll see you. I'm gonna put some Lakota on my elbow. Oh man. Yeah. Okay. See you.